Hi, I'm Dr. Wordperson, and today I am back with more advice on how to learn dead languages. And today we're going to talk about how to learn vocabulary. So first, I want to say that learning vocabulary is something that you will always be doing. You do not just get to stop when you hit the end of your textbook and you run out of those little vocabulary lists. If you switch to reading a different genre of text, you will probably run into a lot of vocabulary you have to learn. And also, just when you reach the highest level of achievement of learning anything, not just languages, you don't just get to sit back and rest on your laurels forever. No, you reach the point of just having to constantly learn and relearn your field. And for languages, vocabulary is definitely a part of that. And so, if some ways down the road you find yourself having to learn new vocabulary or relearn old vocabulary, that is not a mark of shame. Instead, that is a mark of you being on top of things. All right, so with all of that out of the way, what is the most efficient way to learn vocabulary? Well, it's different for different stages of learning, I think. When you're at the learning out of a textbook stage, the thing that I have found works the best for me is to group vocabulary words according to some sort of common theme. For instance, with Akkadian, which I've been learning, I have these two cards set up. This one is for various terms that show up in administration. We've got king and queen, lord, female slave, male slave, house, household, estate, tablet, principal for a loan, gold, silver, that sort of thing. Also got family terms. So, husband, wife, mother, father, sister, brother. I haven't gotten to sister, brother yet. They will go on the card at some point. There are two reasons why you would want to group vocabulary words by theme. One is that it is just so much easier to learn anything if it comes in small dedicated chunks. And two, even if you forget the meaning of the word, you might still remember what theme it's attached to and be able to figure out the meaning of the word by process of elimination from there. For instance, if you have a family word and you know it's feminine and you know it can't be wife and you know it can't be mother, well, it might mean daughter, and then you have just saved yourself a trip to the dictionary to look it up. Now, let's say you're past the point of textbooks and you're now in the realm of massive box of Greek vocabulary cards. Well, grouping vocabulary words by topic is still a useful strategy. This is way too much to learn in one sitting. This is way too much to learn in a month's worth of sittings. If you're gonna have to chunk it up anyway, might as well chunk it by topic, right? So maybe one day you just set aside time to learn all the words for killing, or swords, or talking, or animals. I don't know. But I think you will find that everything goes much faster and more efficiently and more pleasurably if you are only working on a small chunk of related things at a time. Now let's say you're further along, you have started reading actual texts in the original language, and you have this problem where there are a whole bunch of words you do not know in this new text because it is a different genre, or a different author, or a different time period, or what have you. What is the most efficient way to learn words in that case? Well, I like to find some way of sorting all the words in that text by frequency. Sometimes you can find nice little books where it has been done for you. Other times you have to take the DIY approach. Find an electronic version of the text online somewhere and do yourself a little coding. With case inflection, this will never be perfect, but you are going for a vocabulary list, not some sort of amazing scholarly technological achievement here. In that case, you can learn the most frequent words first, happily leaving aside anything that only ever shows up once. In addition, another thing you can do is keep a little journal of all the words you had to look up as you're reading along. And if you notice a word that shows up more than, 2 or 3 times, then you just sit down and make a concerted effort to learn that word because, likely it's probably going to just keep coming. What you really do not want to do is sink all of your time into learning every single hapax legomena, fancy Greek for words that only ever appear once. That's kind of a waste of time. Like, let's face it, everyone always has some words they don't know and have to look up. Put your time into what is going to pay off more, right? Another thing is that you should probably be doing regular grammar review as well, and there is some overlap with vocabulary review. For example, This is a list of Sanskrit verb forms. Pretty much all of them have something weird and idiosyncratic you have to learn. So just set aside some practice sessions to learn all the bizarre idiosyncrasies of these most common verbs, and then you will save yourself so much time down the road. So yeah, those are all of my vocabulary learning tips. Give them a try and let me know what you think of them in the comments. Alright, that's the show. Thanks for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe and support me on Patreon if you are so inclined, just like these fine people. Thank you so much. And have a great day.